Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Podcast Aunty. I'm your host, Aparna, and on this episode, we will dive deep on the topic of empowering women, breaking barriers, and overcoming challenges. But before I proceed, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the listeners for your overwhelming support and feedback on my first episode. I'm not on any social media, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, any of those platforms. So it was really heartwarming to receive your love. I know the topic was deep, but it was my way of seeking my parents' blessing before embarking on something new, which is a significant part of my culture. Your love and support means a lot to me, and I truly, truly appreciate your encouragement. So thank you. So, today we will discuss the challenges women have traditionally faced and how our thinking and mindset have evolved with time, both in the workplace and at home. But I also want to acknowledge whenever we are in the topic of gender equality and women empowerment, we often tend to criticize men for their sexist views. However, we sometimes overlook thanking the progressive man out there who was supporting and promoting gender equality. So today I want to start this podcast by thanking all those progressive men out there who wholeheartedly support the ambitions and work of the women in their lives in all capacities and roles. So be it a father, a friend, husband, partner, or brother, even colleagues. So I also want to thank and appreciate all the male leaders and bosses who lead with inclusivity and fairness, offering equal opportunities to women. Thank you. Thank you for being the advocate of positive change in the workplace. But unfortunately, I can't remember if such progressive thoughts were present 15, 16 years ago when I was starting my career. In fact, if I can remember anything, I remember in those early career days, I used to go for interview, and there were two very, very common questions asked in the job interview. Towards the end, mainly for women. I would say only for women, if I can say. So the first question used to be, are you married? If you say no, then the question would say, when are you planning to get married? And the second question that would often lead when you often follow is if you said you were married, the question would be, when are you planning to have baby? I'm sure if you get uncomfortable when you have to share this with your family or even your close friends, write such personal detail. Imagine sharing this with total stranger you have never met in life. These questions were so common that I would feel uncomfortable, but at that time it seemed to be the norm in our society. And it was common, as I said, it wasn't just one interview that I would be asked this question. It was almost in all the interviews. So I would politely abide and I would answer them because you don't want to lose your job on the basis of that. Now, when I reflect back to those questions, I think it indirectly meant marriage is more relevant for women than for men, which of course I know it's highly stereotypical and also an inappropriate question to ask in the professional setting. I mean, please judge the candidate based on their experience, skills, qualification, and not her ability to get pregnant because it has no relevance to one's ability to perform the job effectively. I know today, if I'm asked such question in an interview, it would make me reconsider whether I want to be part of a team or organization that exhibits such shallow thinking. Well, fortunately, time have changed, and I really value all the progressive men I'm now surrounded in the office who not only appreciate my work but also appreciate my career goal and mentor me to be successful. Not only that, in recent time, many companies in the developed country have also become conscious about inclusivity and diversity. Some strong HR policies have been added, and some companies have introduced women quota to address the diversity concern. Let me share one of my friend's experience. She was looking for career change And while she was searching for jobs, she happened to be pregnant and be in the initial stage of her pregnancy. So she disclosed her pregnancy during the interview, and yet the hiring manager chose to hire her. Now, yes, this is a positive change, isn't it? But I wonder, if there were no such strong HR policy, would she have got a job? Would she have been hired still? Well, I'm not saying we need to bring another biasness in the name of women empowerment. We just want equal opportunity for everyone, regardless of gender. Now, another example, I work for a company that offers both men and women 4 months of paternity leave and maternity leave. This change shows progress towards gender equality, same policies. And as long as policies are the same for everyone and people are paid equally regardless of gender, I'm sure there's no need for gender quota. But till that change happen, till that mindset shift, I think we need such policies around us. Don't think so. We have reached the stage yet. We have only scraped the surface, right? In many countries, access to education and opportunities to work for women is still, unfortunately, a privilege. But well, in this topic, it's also essential to acknowledge women empowerment is not only men's responsibility. It's also a role as a woman that we can play. And my guest today is one such lady who is on a journey to promote excellence in women. Please welcome Charu Mehrotra, who is the founder of online magazine Women Lines, which is listed as top 40 online magazine. Aunty, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much, Aparna, for having me in your podcast.
Oh,
How are
indeed.
you?
I think it. I'm good, thank you, and it's our pleasure to have you here. Because we are in the topic of women empowerment and gender equality, I thought if you could share with our listeners a little bit about yourself, what led you to start your own business. Especially, I love your tagline, promoting excellence in women. So, if you could just share a little bit about that journey.
Will love to because this is such a close to my heart topic. So, Women Lines is an online magazine I'm running currently for last 4 years now. It is all about women empowerment. And yes, we have the tagline. We always say we love to promote excellence in women, particularly health, leadership, and business excellence in women across the globe. And somehow women empowerment topic was very close to me, and when I connect the dots now, as I'm running my fourth venture, my two ventures previously were related to women oriented only. So first was the clothing business. We started here, it was in partnership. I started here in Singapore. Second was an events company which was to promote women's events across Singapore. And third was a software company. It was a different setup. But yeah, the fourth one which I'm running is online magazines for women. So why I started, that's a big why, which I can really answer now, because initially I used to think why I am so mad about women empowerment. But I think the surroundings in which I grew up in those college days and observation of amazing women across, and they were not able to use their talent the way they could have been if they were empowered with the right
Mm.
mindset and right knowledge. That pinched me a lot during my college days and my working days when I was working back in India. And the media, especially when I observed, media is mostly catering to that content which is helping women to be a better version. I mean, not better version, better
Mm.
in looks, what to buy, emphasizing mostly the outward aspect. It was not focusing the inward aspect of women growth, which I digged out through my journey of entrepreneurship for last 10 plus years before starting Women Lines. So that's why I started Women Lines. That calling was there in my heart that there has to be a media just talking about women excellence, that too across the globe, because we are same across the globe. We have same challenges, health issues, business problems. So why are not we are bringing all
Mm.
women under one umbrella? So yeah, here I am with Women Lines now 4 years plus. It is on number one page Google when you search online magazines for women, and it is free for subscription. Yes.
Oh, that's inspiring, Charu. And it's also wonderful. It's always fascinating to hear what motivates entrepreneurs to take that leap. You're doing a great job. But was there any challenges you encountered as a woman entrepreneur, and how you overcame them?
Oh, definitely, Aparna, because the background which I'm having is I'm a postgraduate in mass communications. For
Mm,
business, you need at least some business degree which can help you to have those basic fundamentals clear, which can help you to establish your business and grow your business. So initial days, definitely big challenges were there because I really was a newbie in the field of business. My
mm,
parents were, I mean, my father was working in a bank. I always had that employee mindset in my mind that, yeah, you work morning to evening, you get paid for your work, and then, yeah, life goes on like that. But once you take a call that okay, you have to set up a business, and that too you are not having any background of a business degree, it was a
mm,
journey for me. So challenges were that I was not having those basic business elements which a businesswoman should be having. So step by step, I it was a journey. First I had a clarity
mm.
what I want to do, because you cannot get the idea first day of the business that okay, you have to establish this business and you will get profit out of it like this. So it has
Yeah.
been a journey, ups and downs, experiments, many A/B testing, and then you come to know what is working and what is not working. The first step
Yeah.
was having clarity for myself. Second step was upskilling myself with the certain digital courses, because digital ecosystem is very happening. And third was choosing the right tribe for myself, I
Mm.
particular with whom I am spending my time. And I use digital media to empower myself a lot. That's why I love to give talk on this topic, that digital media can be used for personal professional
Yep.
growth if used smartly.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it was a journey, and slowly and slowly I improved, I upskilled, I got clarity, I got mentors, and now yeah, still the journey is on. I'm learning and experimenting, and I have bigger
Yeah.
dreams now.
Yep. Were they like, these are great challenges, and like, the way you have overcome this is definitely inspiring. Were there any derogatory remark made or comment made when you were trying to venture into this? Generally it happens when women are trying to upskill or trying to come up with something of their own. Did you have
I
to
don't
face it?
remember any remark, but yeah, I mean, now when you talk about take now word magazine, then people were skeptic, like who reads magazines nowadays? Because
Mm,
things have changed, trends are changing. This generation is totally into different social media, and it was a challenge to
mm,
establish it in the terms of like it's a magazine where I am getting and assimilating all that content related to business growth, related to health of a women, and related to leadership, personal leadership of women. And then
mm,
that content is it's a weekly magazine. People are getting updates over weekend on their email. So that was a challenge to
mm,
convince people that things can work, though the content is already around, but it's too overwhelming. So I
mm,
am putting my efforts to get the fine content, filtered content, which can save a woman's time, because women are multitaskers, right? Women don't have
mm,
time, and they never put time for their self personal growth because they don't think about themselves a lot. So that took time, and but still I got my ways how to convince people, and slowly people accepted the idea that yeah, it means, and yeah, it can be something which can help women to grow.
Yeah, and I think very well said, right? I think women are multitasker. They are very good at organizing, but sometimes they don't prioritize themselves. They prioritize their family, their kids, and everything else over them. And I think with that journey of yours, if it has motivated any other woman, I guess it would be so satisfying, isn't it?
Very true. I have interviewed about 200 plus women across the globe from so many different countries. And I have reached out to certain women group who have started things and who wanted their guide to be guided how things can be done. And when they hear my story or when they have asked for help and I am able to help them, they get a new vision for themselves. They get some idea. Yeah, it's all about resilience mindset, because
Mm,
we women as person are emotional, and we get into so much into our head that we are not able to overcome our emotional
right.
challenges, and that stops us to grow. So that
That's right.
definition, when we are able to prioritize ourselves, We work upon the clarity which we need to have for our work. If those inputs are reaching to women at the right time, I think nobody can stop them to grow in life.
Absolutely, very well said. And what do you think? What are some effective ways we can uplift women, and not just you, like overall, all of us? Like, what's our role where we can promote gender equality in various spheres of society? Things that we can do.
Oh, so many ideas come in my mind, Aparna. I will love to share one idea, which I always tell with my network that share with my network that see, we always celebrate baby showers, right? Why don't we celebrate business showers in a way whenever any friend is starting some business? Come as a
Mm,
tribe, support her, give her the requirements which she needs, the network, the marketing elements, the knowledge which she is missing. So, I mean, it's just about the mindset. And I think
mm,
women's segment is really working out to fight that mindset to collaborate. So,
yeah.
if this idea and this mindset of working together and supporting each other across the globe happens, and
Mm,
women are applying in their network, I am sure big things can be done, and we can together make this planet a much better place to live. So, I will strongly suggest be open to network, cross the geographies, don't limit yourself
mm,
within one geography. LinkedIn is an amazing platform to reach out. Ask, dare to ask if you're not having knowledge. Don't be shy. Ask, reach out to mentors. There are wonderful people who are ready to share their knowledge with you. So it's all about coming out of your comfort zone and see you can achieve a lot in your life.
yep. I think that's a powerful point. I think because women bring diverse perspective, talents, and skill to the
Very
table.
true.
So I guess we all have a role to play. We most of the time we lean on to men's to provide the support, but we as a women also needs to uplift, women in our network, as you rightly said. So, um, and what are some of key benefits, Charu, that you think, and the positive outcomes that arise when women are uplifted and given equal opportunities?
You have happy families, you have happy places, and you are able to deliver more. You can help in
Hmm,
growing
indeed.
economy of your country, right? If you remember those days, Aparna, when we had COVID and those countries which had
Hmm,
women leaders, the prime ministers, and those prime ministers and those women leaders have planned amazingly for their countries in such a timely manner that they had to face very few challenges related to COVID, which other countries were facing at that time. So this proves
hmm,
that if women are given equal chance and they are given those leadership positions, they have those skills, the emotional uh, intelligence part, the empathy part,
hmm,
and
hmm.
they are deserving leaders. Why not? They can really help in making our planet a better place. So we
Yep.
really have to work together to increase those numbers of women leaders across the globe. And I am sure
Hmm.
our planet will be much better place then.
It'll be truly true transformation. Now, as a wrap up, Charu, what advice do you have for other women who aspire to start their own business?
First and foremost, you have to start prioritizing yourself. Self care is the buzzword and it's trending, and that self care shouldn't be just limited to of your, the fitness part or the look part or what you're wearing. It needs to work upon your clarity, upon your vision. Have some vision for yourself, how you are seeing the coming time for yourself, what you want to be in future. You cannot just lead a life just like that, because I strongly believe that every woman on this planet is blessed with some power which she has to take
Absolutely.
out. She has to empower herself with the right mindset and right knowledge. So come out of that comfort zone, break that silence, and start speaking yourself. At Women Lines, I'm inviting women, share your expertise, voice out your expertise, because you should be known by others across the globe, and you have to dare for that.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you so much. I think that's really a great advice. And what's next for Women Line, Charu?
I really want to build a big team now. I'm looking for pitching to investors, and I really want to take Women Lines to the next level. So yeah, looking for lots of wishes from all you guys that I get through, and then Women Lines is in top 10 very soon.
Indeed. And remember our pact, Charu. I think we spoke earlier on that again, 5 years from now, we'll do this again and we'll look at your immense growth and journey and discuss how it has all changed for you.
Awesome. I'm looking forward for that. Aparna, thank you so much for your wishes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time to share your story and wisdom with us today. And it has been absolute pleasure with you. And I'm sure our listeners will find your journey truly inspiring. Thank you, Charu.
Thank you for having me, Aparna. It was indeed a pleasure to converse with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for tuning into this empowering discussion on women's right and empowerment. Remember, when we uplift women, we uplift humanity. So let's stand together, break barriers, and create a world where every woman's voice is heard and celebrated. Keep inspiring, keep supporting, and keep empowering. Until next time, let's be the change we wish to see. Thank you all.